Do you guys have numbers around what this does when you start doing it? Like how much better does it convert when you use personalized video?
Yeah, we pretty consistently see 2 to 3 times increase in engagement. And that has held true more or less throughout the funnel. So if you're doing like super cold outreach and maybe your original reply rate was around like 1%, it goes up to 3%, still pretty low. But if you're doing more targeted outreach and you started higher at like 30%, sometimes we've seen it go up to like 90 or even higher than 90%, which is
Mm.
it's pretty high, but makes sense. If you're already engaged with a business, you start getting personalized content from them, like you really feel connected.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the High Level Spotlight Sessions, where we showcase awesome marketers doing awesome marketing. Today, I'm excited to be joined by Bethany Stachenfeld. She's the co-founder and CEO of Sendspark, a video messaging platform with superpowers for sales. Bethany, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Hey, I'm happy to be here.
I love this topic. I was actually just talking about video, I think, on a recent Spotlight session and how underutilized it is, but how powerful it is when used. I know that we're going to get into that, but I'd love to hear a little bit of the history behind this. Were you a marketer? Did you have an agency and you saw the need for this?
Yeah, definitely. So I was a marketer. I've worked at other startups running marketing for them. And I've seen like video is so powerful when you use it, especially as a smaller company where you're really trying to go head to head with larger legacy players. And having a personal touch is really a great differentiator to show, how we different than this other company you might have heard about for years and years. And the difference might just be because we're people that are really passionate about what we're building and we're going to go the extra mile for you. So when you have video, you're really able to show that. And I also think it comes down to being able to sell to people the way they want to buy. Like video is the number one channel. That's what people are looking at in their free time. And how do you make sure that you're speaking to people in their own language?
Very cool. So I think it's super powerful. This is literally, now that I'm thinking about it, the last interview I did, we came to this topic and I was like, so much happens when you see a video, right, that people don't think about. You immediately see the surroundings. You see that it's a clean business. You see that the staff looks friendly. It looks professional. Like in the split second, you can convey so much information as opposed to just an email or a text message.
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
So talk to me about what you guys have built. I mean, I know that there are a few tools in the market. How did you approach it differently? What did you guys think that you could do different?
Yeah. So when we were first starting to use video at the startup that both my co-founder and I were working at, we saw that when we sent videos to existing customers or potential buyers, like they absolutely love getting the videos. They love seeing the people, and it really worked. But then, as a marketer, I'm like, all right, well, how do we build more of a process around this and have it be something that is something you can do every day and really build into your automated workflows and your outbound sales sequences and things like that. So it's more systematic versus just when we really need to, we'll send a video. Like if it works great, why not use it everywhere? So we built Sendspark to really make it 10 times better than the existing screen and video recording platforms when it comes to customer engagement and sales. So if you think about Sendspark, like in your head, picture like a Loom or a Vidyard or maybe another video recording tool that you've used before. And you can use Sendspark like that to record videos of yourself or your screen. But where we go above and beyond is adding extra layers to personalize your videos at scale. And that can be as simple as recording a custom intro on an existing video. So like if you have a standard video overview about your business or a specific feature and integration you have, then you can have that. And then you can record a custom intro for individual people. Like, let's say we're chatting and I want to follow up with you and be like, oh, if you want to see how our Go HighLevel integration works, check out the next video that's going to follow. That way, the custom intro is made for you, but I don't have to repeat the video of our HighLevel integration 1,000 times. I just click that one button. So that makes it a lot faster to really be able to use video in casual, I'm saying conversations, but like email back and forth. And then another layer of that to take it one level up is using complete dynamic personalization. So using the same merge tags you might use in email, like first name, company name, job title, and being able to automatically apply that to the video thumbnails, the video landing pages. And that's how our Go HighLevel integration works. You can create the video in Sendspark, but when you plug that video into HighLevel, you're using the personalization tokens right from HighLevel and automatically personalizing each video for each viewer. So that way you can take one video and put it in, your sales outreach sequence or your customer onboarding sequences. And every person gets a personalized video, even though you've only set it up once. And it's not like, there's nothing about it that's fake. It's not like I made this video for you and you didn't. It's just about like making them see how things are relevant to their, self.
And what, in my experience, it's actually interesting how you can use the same video and not like, I'm not saying your name, but something in the video says your name on the screen, and your brain just kind of makes a connection that it feels like it was a personalized video for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I'm not saying, hey, Bethany, I'm just saying, hey, blah, 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 blah. But like on the screen, your name is there somewhere because that was dynamically inserted. And so it just feels like, oh, whoa, like it catches you off guard.
And because it's not about like personalization means relevance. And the idea is, how do you make it relevant to your viewer? And we never want to trick people, because if you try to trick someone, people are going to be, they're like, oh, I know that wasn't really personalized for me. And you're like, yeah, but that's not the point. The point is that it's relevant, that we are able to show your logo here, or we're able to show you how this would look for your company. And you can visualize, our product on your website, or, your website as if it was redesigned by us or something like that. So it's like, how do we help people create these really relevant videos in a scalable way? But it's never about being like, inauthentic. It's just about being efficient and personalizing what needs to be personalizing, but automating everything else.
Yeah, it's definitely not. And it's funny to me because I feel like you've been able to do this stuff for a while now, but it's still so underutilized that when, I get a lot of cold outreach emails every day, and I would say less than 1% of them are ever personalized like that. And other than like, hey, Chase in the, the opening. So when I see it as a marketer, I know that wasn't like, that it was dynamically generated, but it still makes me stop, and it still makes me kind of appreciate the fact that like, oh, that's a nice touch. You know what I mean? Like it definitely does its job. And it's kind of surprising to me that it's not been overused to the point where we kind of negatively react to it yet. To me, it's still very powerful.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. I think when people use it, they instantly see better results. But like, behavior change is hard. That's something that we're working on. How do we help people know what to say and help people create good content? Because like, it's just different.
Do you guys have numbers around what this does when you start doing it? Like, how much better does it convert when you use personalized video?
Yeah, we pretty consistently see 2 to 3 times increase in engagement. And that has held true more or less throughout the funnel. So if you're doing like super cold outreach and maybe your original reply rate was around like 1%, it goes up to 3%, still pretty low. But if you're doing more targeted outreach and you started higher at like 30%, sometimes we've seen it go up to like 90 or even higher than 90%, which is pretty, pretty high, but makes sense. If you're already engaging with a business, you start getting personalized content from them, like you really feel connected.
100%. And I think especially in scenarios where like somebody books an appointment and you're trying to make sure they show up, sending them a personalized video, I would assume would dramatically increase the chances that they're going to show up, because there's a connection that's made in video, right? If I'm talking to you, even though we've never met and I don't know you, I kind of feel a little more obligated to not let you down.
Yeah. And that's actually something we've recently helped a lot of companies get started with, because often people schedule meetings and not show up. And so even setting a simple video in your kind of auto confirmation that's like, hey, I'm Bethany. This is the agenda for our first call. Feel free to reschedule if you want, but otherwise talk to you soon. It's like, clearly not made for every person, but since implementing that, the companies we've worked with have seen like huge increases in either the show rate or at least the reschedule rate, but they're not getting ghosted the way before. It's just a random salesperson that doesn't really exist in your head.
Well, I mean, honestly, I don't know of many businesses whose sales teams are so busy that they don't have time to make personalized videos. You know what I mean? Like the average business, you've got plenty of time, right? So I like the idea of instead of just triggering, it's one step to just trigger an automated email. It's a second step to trigger an automated email that has a video that dynamically inserts somebody's name. But I feel like the pro move here is definitely just to trigger a task to somebody of, hey, record a video. It takes 10 seconds and then hit send. And we're going to see our rates jump up. But like you said, by 50% on whatever we're trying to do here.
Yeah. And I think it's really about the blend. Like where can you put videos so like they're always going to be good? And I think for that, it's often like, the auto schedulers or things where you want it, especially when you want to have it instantly. Like the second someone signs up for your platform, maybe they get a video that shows them how to get started and you don't want to wait. But then exactly like having the personalized task to make a truly personalized video is huge. One of the things we've been talking about recently too, like product-led growth is obviously really big. And like, how can your product data tie into when you should be sending a personalized video? And I think like creating tasks when people hit certain product qualified leads and then sending the personalized video is one of those perfect blends of like product-led growth, but personalized human touch that like when businesses implement, they're accelerating so far beyond what, their competitors or anyone else using kind of the older marketing tactics are going to be able to keep up with.
Yeah, I mean, my gears are turning. There's definitely certain points at HighLevel that we should be sending personalized video. I can think of a few of them off the top of my head. One that came to mind earlier was when people don't show up, right? No-show campaigns, I think, are a perfect place to recover way more people. Because when you no-show somebody, oftentimes, at least for me, I don't do it on purpose, but then I kind of feel bad and I kind of like want to avoid that confrontation. But if I got a nice email from someone who's like, hey, sorry you couldn't make it, like, no worries, totally understand. Like, we're all busy. We'd love to get you rescheduled. You'd be way more likely to go ahead and be like, yeah, my bad. Okay, I'll come back and book again.
That's a great idea. That, and then one I was just talking with a client today is re-engaging like closed lost. So maybe it's 3 or 6 months later and for some reason wasn't a good fit, but like, they've moved on with their life. They totally forgot about you. You send them a video. They're like, oh, this is the person I talked to. But yeah, both those cases I think are really cool ways to use video on kind of the like, I want to say like the flip side of the funnel. It's like the lost side, but like bring it back.
Yeah, for sure. So how do you guys price this?
We charge per user. So it's $15 per user per month. And that comes with unlimited videos, custom branding, kind of basic features. Yep.
Wow. So for $15 a month, I could bake as many videos as I want into my sequences anywhere I want them.
Yeah.
That sounds like a pretty good deal.
Yeah, we might raise our pricing soon, but that's what it is right now.
Oh, well, that's pretty awesome. And am I correct in that you guys actually set up a promo for high levelers?
Yes. Yeah. So high levelers can use the promo code HighLevel to get their first 3 months for 33% off.
Wow, that's awesome. And I saw the note. It was like HighLevel, all capitalized. Does that matter? I just want to clarify.
Good question. I don't think it matters. Yeah, I don't know.
Try it both ways.
It's in capitalized, so I've always written it that way. I have no idea. Try both ways. See what happens. Let me know.
Try both ways. If it doesn't work once, try it the other way, and you should be good to go.
Yeah.
Awesome. So if people are watching, they like the sound of this, they want to try it out, they've got a discounted rate. Thank you very much. Is there documentation as far as using it in conjunction with HighLevel?
Yeah, we have like a help article with a nice walkthrough video. So people should be able to use that.
Fantastic. Awesome. Well, I think to me, this is a no-brainer. It undoubtedly will increase output and conversion rates. And so I think if you can afford it, I would bake it in, especially at the cold outreach stage. You mentioned going from 1% to 3% doesn't sound like a lot, but I feel like if you're at the early stages in your journey and you don't have money to be spending on ad campaigns, you're relying on cold outreach for $15 a month. If I can take my response from 1% to 3%, I think that's a pretty good ROI. So Bethany, thank you so much for coming on to talk about the power of customized video.
Awesome. Thanks for having me. It was great.
Awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.